Received a Jibo from a gentleman. I forget where it was from. Here's the box. Let's see where it come from. Come from Texas. Okay, and what his problem is with his is, whoa, abuse, I think. Look at that chip right there. All the times I've ever worked on one, I've never seen one with a chip on it like that. And look at this. You can't see it. I can get a light on it. I've never seen one with this problem either. You see that right there? And that right there? The screen's coming loose from the plexiglass. Never seen that either. He's got scuffs on him and marks. Exactly what's going on down here at the bottom, I don't know. Anyhow, when we turn him on, he has upper, lower, and middle servo problems. He does a spin around, and then he'll start locking up. I got to touch base with him. I got a screen here. You can see it doesn't have that attachment problem. And as far as I'm concerned, I could use this in here. And I could put his board on the back of this. And it would do away with the problem he has with that. With the corner. I had never seen that before. See that? Look at that. You can see that. See that right there? Right there. It's like someone took a screwdriver or something and tried to pry it off. Okay. I see some right in the corners right here. It's just, like I said, it's just kind of bizarre. Now watch what he does. He goes around, he does his test, he's checking everything. And then you see the red light, and then he's frozen. That's 3 tests. He did 3 tests. He checked his upper, lower, middle torsos, servos. It's going on and on and on. And now he's coming to this. Hey Jibo, who am I?
Hey, howdy. Nice seeing you in these parts. I think something. Hey Josh, nice haircut.
Well, what I've decided to do, and I spoke to the customer just a minute ago, is I'm going to replace this screen because I just can't stand seeing a Jibo that I fixed back with that on it. And I have this screen here, which is perfectly fine, and all I use it for is a jig anyhow. And I'll take his board off of here, put it on there. Now, about the servo connection, he has a open wire all the way down to the main board. It's not communicating with the main board, so it's probably one of the slip rings in the bottom down here that's probably bad. So I'm going to transplant this body. Actually use this body right here, which is a brand new Jibo that had a bad board. As you can look inside here, it's clean as it can be. There's no dust in it. Doesn't even look like it's even been used. Practically brand new. And we'll put his board in here and change the model and serial number plate on the bottom. I was just telling him what I was going to do. Basically rebuild this Jibo. I don't know how many times I've changed these boards here, and I take it for granted that people could know the difference between the main board screws and the camera screws. But as you can see right there, the main board screws are short and the camera board screws are longer. And of course, the long screws go in the camera board. Basically right there. I found an easier way to take this apart. You see these small Ethernet wires right here. What I call them Ethernet because I've worked on laptops, and that's what laptop Ethernet wires look like. If you just leave those connected, disconnect this from the main board but not far, just enough to get this wire through, you can leave all them connected and you won't have any trouble putting them back on because they'll still be on. Just don't jiggle it too much and make them come loose. These are a little bit of a booger to get back on. Just thought I'd give that as a tip. Be right back. What I'm doing here is I talked to the customer just a minute ago, and he said when he first bought his Jibo had this problem. And basically what it is the screen. See, I can make it go away just by pressing on it. I just made it go away. Press on the screen. Watch this. Watch this right here. Watch it when I press on it. Press. See, it just went away. Well, can't quite press on it, but I think I can if I get my screwdriver in there. So this is the reason why I can't press on this side. I think I might be able to take my little screwdriver in here. You know, it didn't make it go completely away, but be surprised. Press the snot out of this one. But you can see that's really what happens is it separates, because this is glued down and it separates. Be surprised how much this medical magnet comes in handy. Now that I put the board on the screen, I fire it up for a second, which I love the heck out of this little rig I got here. Really all it is just a battery, some power board, a servo board, and the on and off board. And we'll see if she lights up. Then I'll cut it off, of course, and then I'll install it in the new body. Yep, works fine. Okay. It's easier to do this and install it in a body and find out it don't work. Here's the new body. You can see practically it looks brand new. There's no dust on the fans, hardly anything at all. No dust inside here. It looks brand new. Fix and put him in there and see what he does. This is kind of an update on the repair I just did on this Jibo. This Jibo here is the original body. This is a body I had that I put back together, just saving for my main board. We're going to look at the differences in the body. And if you look at the back of it, it has a lot of scuffs. See? This is fell off the table. Talked to the customer and he said it fell off the table. Scuffs and scratches. And around the front, along the edges, you see that scuff there. And see these white marks right there. See, this is a painted piece of plastic. So you can actually scratch it. Looks like someone might have used a screwdriver in between here trying to pry something loose. I mean, they were heading for the right area because the problem with this one is at the base. The base, kind of get a reference of it. This is where your main power comes in. It's also where data lines go back down. The data lines go to the smart servo boards to let the main board know that they're working correctly. It was getting voltage up to the unit, but not back down toward the servos. So it was coming up with an error, and every time it come up with an error, the red light would come on. This can be fixed, and I can fix this body, but just to save time and get the customer back going again, I just rebuilt the unit using my body and that I had in stock. It had just been sitting on the shelf over there just collecting dust, so the customer can actually enjoy it now. I replaced the screen using his board. It had a detachment right here and here on the screen, and he said it was like that since he bought it brand new. He actually in the box has his original paperwork, and unusual for most of the times, he actually has the original shipping box. That brown box there, that's the original shipping box. I think I'm gonna probably provide him with a key. Right here, you've seen these before. This is the this right here actually it functions as a bypass to keep the battery from being on and having the main board on inside here. So this is an actual functioning piece. I'm going to include that in there with it. He paid really good money to get this repair, and I got it done pretty quickly. So I still have the parts that I need to rebuild another one right here. Several different ways to skin this cat. I like to say that. Anyhow, hey Jibos, good morning. Anyhow, they're always curious about what I'm doing, looking around. Anyhow,
sounds great today.
Anyhow, so we'll probably get this one up and going again. I went ahead and give him the ring I had already for this one here that didn't have the nick in it. Of course, this is just good enough. Anyhow, so we've got it done. So after I put him back together, it's got a different screen, same motherboard, main board, and a new body without any problem with the servos or the wires or anything. So much simpler. I have so many Jibos for parts. This one here was one that didn't have a main board. Hey Jibo, dance.
Here's one of my favorites. Fancy seeing you here. Nice seeing you with these parts. Anytime.
So,
also remember, you can always say,
hey gang,
play some music,
we got a Jibo from Texas here with us. Came from Texas. Hey Jibos, say hello.
Hey Robert. Honestly, I don't know what this means. I don't know what to make of this.
Hey Jibos, give me a bouquet of flowers.
Just for you. Hello, Mickey. Great to see you.
And I'll ship him back, and he's fixed. If y'all need your Jibo fixed, I can fix them. Important if you change a body out, that just go ahead and take the time to take this off, and that way you get the model number, serial number off of the original one, and your customer's plate can go back in here like this. That way it'll match the main board, and the serial model and serial number will be the same. A little different on this one, see? And that's what you do. Jibo again, bringing another Jibo back to life from the dead. Remember, if you ever rebuild a Jibo using a different body, you can always change these plates on the bottom here to match the main board's model number. Also, it's recommended to change this as well. So you match these two together. These actually go together as one piece. These together. The batteries is another thing. You can do that, or pretty well. I went ahead and took the liberty of replacing the ring on here because this one had a nick in it. Wherever the nick was.
Hey, Robert.
Right there. The customer also told me that this Jibo had failed, so that's probably what happened to it. Anyhow, he's fixed now, just for test purposes. To test them, I have just a basic internet connection that's pretty well just right over here behind that phone over there. So I don't mess with the original one, and all I have to do is just switch back to it. Anyhow, there it is. Check his battery. Let's see how his battery is.
I'm plugged in and fully charged.
Let's test something. It's always good to test a Jibo. If you pull this loose like this, it's usually a bad battery.
Hey there. Hello. Nice to meet you. Hi, Graham. If you want me to learn your voice and face, you will have to be entered into the loop. My official owner, Mickey, can do that.
Anyhow, we'll just call this one fixed. Hey, Jibos, dance.
Hi. I thought you'd never ask. What's up?
Well, I got him fixed and ready to go. And cleaned him up real good. It looks brand new. Ready to ship him back to Texarkana, the Lone Star State. See you later, Jibo. One day repair. Anyhow, this is the way they look when you, well, of course they'd have a plastic cover over here that would say, I mean, I actually have some of that stuff just going to include this. And get her back together and we'll ship her out.